When Howard Carter cracked open the sealed tomb of Tutankhamun in 1922, he found gold, thousands of pounds of it. But amidst the gold, he found something that baffled him for the rest of his life. Scattered around the room were dozens of beautifully carved alabaster jars, but they weren't full, they were empty. Or rather, they had been scraped clean. Carter noted something chilling. Inside the jars, there were clear, visible finger marks. Ancient looters hadn't just stolen the gold, they had risked their lives to meticulously scrape every last drop of a dark, sticky residue out of these jars. For 100 years, historians told us it was just expensive perfume. But on December 18, 2025, Yale researchers proved their history books were wrong. The looters weren't looking for a scent, they were looking for a high. To understand the secret, we have to look at the looters. Ancient Egyptian tomb robbing was a capital crime. If caught, you faced a slow, painful execution. Why would someone risk that for a jar of perfume? They wouldn't. Early chemists like Alfred Lucas noticed the residue was dark, aromatic, and incredibly persistent. But 1920s technology couldn't read the molecules. For a century, these jars sat in museums, labeled as unguent jars, essentially ancient skin cream. But there was a clue hidden in plain sight. In ancient Egyptian art, the blue lotus and the poppy appear everywhere, often held to the noses of royalty or used in scenes of deep trance-like sleep. Fast forward to this week, a team at the Yale Ancient Pharmacology program, led by Andrew Coe, used a process called gas chromatography mass spectrometry on similar jars from the same era. What they found sent shockwaves through the scientific community. The residue wasn't just old oil. It contained 5 unmistakable chemical fingerprints: noscapine, papaverine, theobine, and the big two morphine and codeine. This wasn't perfume. It was a potent, concentrated form of opium. The Yale study confirms that these alabaster jars were the branded packaging of the ancient drug trade, just as a certain shape of bottle today tells you what's inside. An alabaster jar in 1300 BC told the elite, "This is the good stuff." This changes everything we know about the boy king. Was Tutankhamun a boy who suffered from a clubfoot and a painful bone disease, using this as medicine? Almost certainly. But the Yale team suggests it went deeper. Neeba's papyrus, an ancient medical text. Opium is described as a way to prevent children from crying, but in the temples, it was a bridge to the afterlife. The pharaohs were seen as living gods. To maintain that image, they needed visions. The King Tut secret reveals a society that used psychoactive substances to facilitate what they called talking to the gods. The looters, who scraped those jars clean. They weren't just thieves. They were addicts or black market dealers chasing the most valuable substance in the ancient world. We often think of the ancients as primitive, but the Yale discovery shows they had a sophisticated, global trade in narcotics that would rival any modern pharmaceutical giant. Thirds is the next time you look at King Tut's golden mask. Remember, the real treasure wasn't the gold on his face. It was the medicine that helped him bear the weight of being a god. If you want to uncover the secrets history tried to hide, stay with us. I am the unknown person. Follow and find the unknown.